Hello everybody and welcome to this special video for Down Euclid.com and SpeakeasyOhioU.com. I'm your host for this special presentation, Chris Manning, alongside Marlowe Alter from Speakeasy and Zach Holstar, the editor of Down Euclid, as well as a contributor at Speakeasy. And we are coming live from Danny Medlock, the editor of Speakeasy's messy bedroom. Guys, I'm a little confused. He's got Philly stuff everywhere. I thought he was a Boston boy.
I'm as confused as you are.
Sean Jackson.
Guys, let's talk about the All-Star Game. What are you most looking forward to this weekend?
The slam dunk contest and the three-point contest don't interest me that much. And obviously the All-Star Game is the highlight of, but I'm really looking forward, not just because there's 4 Cavaliers in the games, but I'm looking forward to the Rising Stars Challenge, because I really do think there are a lot of talented players in this league. A lot of players who come from, mid-major colleges. You got Kenneth Farid, who's from Morehead State, and then you got a guy in Kawhi Leonard who, he's San Diego State is heavily covered, but he's an up and coming player, and I think the sophomores, especially the big men of the sophomore class, they do have they're going to be big names in the future of this league, and I'm really excited to see how their physical, especially a player like Tristan Thompson, who's not known for his physical play, but I want to see how he looks next to players like Kenneth Farid. Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I'm excited as well to see all the young talent. Westbrook, James Harden's in the All-Star Game, of course Kyrie Irving. So I'm just excited to see all the young guys play and watch them play and see how they do on the big stage.
Yeah, I just want to see the young guns play with some of the guys. I want to see Kyrie Irving play with the E-Stars, Carmelo, LeBron, those guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the best talent in the NBA. This is the only All-Star Game I think where you really are going to get, maybe not quality action because it really isn't on the defense play, but you do get to see the best players play together. And just based off your gut, what roster do you think is stronger, and is that indicative of whatever of that English word, but of which conference is stronger this year?
I like the West in this game. I think they've got the speed advantage with Westbrook, Tony Parker, of course Durant. And Harden,
Harden's
can do it all. I think he's kind of the X factor.
And LaMarcus Aldridge and Tim Duncan are both really good guys to come off the bench up front.
I love Aldridge's game. I think the West. I think they're the better squad.
I think that the East will come away with the victory. I do agree that as a team component, the Western Conference is better than the East. But there's just too many players on the East that can just score it well. When we're talking about scoring it well, Kevin Durant's the #1 player in the league. The dude can just pour buckets in and out every single game. We know what LeBron's doing right now too, though. But I just think, Chris, you'd agree with me on this about how Carmelo Anthony's right up there and a player who can score it well.
Especially since he's really gotten good this season and playing at the 4, using some low post moves. But Zach, I'll ask you this. Do you think, and this is my personal opinion, I think the East is going to have problems defending some of the bigger players from the West.
Yeah, definitely.
Dwight Howard, LaMarcus Aldridge, Tim Duncan are all guys who can score in the low post. And the East starting lineup, assuming Chris Bosh gets, it's going to be Bosh and Garnett up front. Neither of those guys are really strong up front defenders.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem for the Eastern Conference, but I think just the way the game has been changing, we're just going to see how a fast-paced game, running up and down the court, making opportunities off of turnovers, turning turnovers into a lot of points. I think we're going to see a lot of that from the Eastern Conference, and that's going to be the key to victory for them.
Yeah, and I'm not sure Garnett's really going to play that much.
Yeah, I don't think he will either.
So, and I mean, if I was Spoelstra, I really wouldn't want to play LeBron that much either, but I mean, he's probably going to have to play a lot, probably at the 4, even the 5. I mean, we'll see how the matchups.
I'm with Marlowe. So I think the West is going to win. Now let's just be quick prognosticators, real quick. Final score, just rough estimate, and MVP. I mean, it's going to be a high game.
Like 140 to 130.
Yeah.
Just give us like
hopefully it's a close game.
Yeah, just try to say it should be. Is it going to be a close game? Is it going to be competitive, or is it going to be?
I think the West is going to win by. I think they're the more talented team. I think Durant's impossible to guard. I like the West winning, and I hope James Harden has a good game. I love his game.
I'm gonna say that I'm sticking with the East. And anywhere between 130 to 150 points for either team. I'm gonna give you a direct guess: 143 to 137. And Carmelo Anthony will be hoisting that All-Star MVP trophy.
My prediction is going to be the West wins by at least 7. I think that's the lowest movement. I think Kevin Durant's going to score at least 35 points, and I do think he gets MVP. But if the East wins, I think it's going to be LeBron and Carmelo that really gets it done. But it seems every year there's a sleeper guy that you think could be an X-Factor on these teams that comes off the bench and has a better game than some of the starters. Who is that guy for you guys in each conference?
Kyrie. I was thinking about it. Kyrie Irving could be that guy in the East.
Homer.
Yeah, he's hopefully we'll see a lot of Uncle Drew plugs from the announcers.
Dude, I would love if there's another commercial, add another member to the Kevin Love and Kyrie squad. I'd love if they debuted something like that next weekend.
And the thing we're missing is Kyrie's played with these players. He played on Team Select when Team USA was training in the Olympics. And he made some crazy highlights. I know he made James Harden and Kevin Durant look pretty stupid with some of the spin moves that were going around YouTube. And he was jaw-jacking with Kobe Bryant. I know those are Western Conference players, but there's a lot of Eastern Conference players on Team USA that Kyrie was playing with. And I think he knows them well enough. And we know how Kyrie plays. 3 quarters, he takes all that info in, and then in the 4th quarter, he unleashes everything. I think he's been in the league long enough that he's studied these Eastern Conference players, and he knows how they play to an extent. So I think he could be a huge X factor for the Eastern Conference.
I agree. I mean, I love his game. His ball handling is almost unparalleled. What he can do, he's so quick. Change of direction, he can hit the 3, drive. So I like Kyrie, and I'm gonna stick with James Harden for the West.
I think it is hard in the West. I think off the bench he could be a real sneaky scorer.
And he's used to coming off
the
bench.
Yeah, and he could play the point if they really need him to. But in the East, the guy that another point guard we didn't talk about who was who was picked out of the All-Star team a little bit before Kyrie is Philly's Drew Holiday. I don't know how many minutes he's gonna get. I think he should get some time, but Kyrie will likely get more. But Holiday is more a pass first point guard than Kyrie. And if he's on the floor with say a lineup of let's say Wade, Bron, Carmelo, and then we'll just go with another starter, Garnett. He's a very good guy to fit with that in that group of 5 and distribute the ball and get the guys who are really good at scoring. But Kyrie also could. He steps up in big situations. He plays well on the big stage, and if he has the ball in his hands, as we saw in the Toronto game, he doesn't need much for him to just he can just dribble. He can do it all. But I think that'll wrap it up for this. First off, follow at Down Euclid on Twitter. Follow at Sports Speakeasy on Twitter. Check out WriteDownEuclid.com, SpeakeasyOhio.com. You can follow me, Chris Manning, on Twitter at CWMWrites.
And you can follow me at Marlowe Alter.
And me, ColaStarZ.
Let us know on Twitter or on the page where we link this what you guys think. Maybe we'll do another one. And thanks again to Danny Medlock for just giving us the opportunity to record this.
Opening up his home to us.
Yeah, it was so generous of him.
Namaste.
And have a good one, guys. Enjoy All-Star Weekend.